Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice GIF, Sean.
Oh, yeah.
That is glorious. There's your splash dogs right there.
Yeah.
It's
That's
graphic
amazing.
basic software from Hessware to supercharge my Commodore 6.
That is
This is
incredible
my
hair.
complete set. This is my complete set of Tolkien books, including 3 pristine sets of Lord of the Rings, The Adventures of.
I'm gonna show the dad, the sad dad. I'm gonna show him the empty ink. When are you coming back to us? Is this just it? Are you just like this GIF of the jumping dog now?
This is me.
It's
This is my life now.
It kind of works.
This is who I am.
Very well.
I mean, I feel like it's a pretty accurate stand-in. Do you really need anything more from me?
I'd better hold on to this. Hi, Dad. I love you.
Okay,
Goodbye, Dolores.
That's true.
How
I don't want to put it in there.
how do we do this, dude? I want a puzzle that is solvable. I want one, just one puzzle one time is what I want.
I want a puzzle that's resolvable. I want music
There,
that
the
is
blank
solvable.
paper is back in the Printron 3000. Better not. That might.
Is this a complex puzzle section? I can't find anything. What the?
Still impressive.
What,
The weird part is how she like
It says,
sort of
"I better be
halfway
careful.
heals
These bottles are
creates a
sharp."
saxophone of flame out of her mouth.
I mean, there's no help to be had in looking at our quest log journal, is there? It's just gonna say like, find some ink.
What?
No, there's dial in with modem and fill out job application. We need the ink in order to do that. So, no help.
That'll do it.
Okay, so if I use the firewood with the
Good
gas.
idea, but not one.
Good idea, but now while I'm holding the log. Okay, what if I used gasoline on the firewood out here and then hot
This
sauce?
clock.
Use gas with the wood pile.
Better not. That might start a fire.
Wouldn't want to start a fire.
With
Go
the
to the
always
fireplace.
turning when the world is burning.
I think that I just have to use out of game
get wood in
information.
the fireplace. Yeah,
Yeah.
make a fire. Set
This
fire
log
to the...
should burn really well now.
I think I need to use out of game knowledge of how to build an ink. And
Flask
How do you
of
build an
extreme chili
ink? Wait,
sauce.
I don't know how to build an ink.
I don't know. This is just the only thing I can think to do.
Whoa!
Oh, you just burned yourself up. If this were a Sierra Online adventure game, you'd be dead right now.
So if anyone out there is wondering how to break
I
into the
think
video
I'll
game
just be
industry,
careful
this
with
is
them.
how you
the
do
log is already on the fire.
it.
So I'm gonna put the fire out, and then I'm gonna get ash.
If this were a Sierra Online
The
game,
glass is now filled with water.
you'd be dead.
The fireplace is very sooty and filled with ash. Great. Now I'm carrying around a handful of black soot. That would just make a sludgy mess.
Wow.
Can you combine it in a
It's
container
an
of
empty
some
bottle
kind?
of homemade printer ribbon ink. I see some black powder around the edges, and it smells awful. The ink bottle is now full of black fireplace soot.
Okay.
This isn't a water-based ink, not with that smell. And I wouldn't want to
Gasoline.
print something that could wash away.
Paint?
I don't feel like the taste for non-trademark infringing poopsie now. It's a bottle for printer ribbon ink, with black soot in it.
I guess I need like something oily and not watery.
I mean, right.
It's
If
special
it's not a
gas for
water-based
chainsaws only.
ink, it must be
It's
an
pretty full. The ink
oil-based
bottle
ink.
is now full of black ink.
I used gasoline. I used gasoline with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know that that's...
Gasoline-based ink?
What?
Yeah.
Correct.
I guess...
I mean, I...
It is an adventure game.
That should do it. The ribbon is now fully inked.
No fucking way. Okay. Woo! Alright. La 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 la. That's the worst puzzle in the universe.
I answered all the mucus questions correctly.
I mean,
I'm ready to print out the application.
I don't feel like
I
that
always
was
like
a
to watch
clever
this part.
solution to a problem presented by the game. I feel like that was just fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
What that was is me
Now I
seeing...
just need to stamp the envelope.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, this was me going... What can I do? Alright, I have gasoline and firewood, and when I used hot sauce... I was trying to use the hot sauce with one of the other foods. It turns out none of the foods are actually interactable. Anytime you hit use... it just says a derby line, so I was like, okay, so what I need to do is... do something with fire, and maybe I'll set the wood on fire, and I did that. And I couldn't interact with it anymore, so I was like, I guess I'll put it out. And then I walked away and walked back, and it was put out. So I picked the soot up, and I started using it on things, and then I used gasoline just randomly on there when it said no water, and bam. Oh, okay.
Yeehaw.
What now? So it needs to be stamped.
Better be careful. These bottles are sharp. I don't have time to eat pie right now, even though it looks great. It's my
Pie, right?
job application to mucus phlegm. I think I'll just be careful with them. I can't use my application with that. I can't use my application
Okay,
with
so
that.
we need to stamp it.
Stamp it.
Presumably with, like, a postage stamp, right? Like...
Yeah.
I assumed it was with wax.
But why would we do that?
It's very dry firewood. I already got enough firewood.
Really? There's a vacuum tube here, I guess?
Digging.
It's in here pretty tight. I'd need an LFG. I can't leave the mansion yet.
Digging in the front.
So I don't think I can actually use the cheese with anything. Oh.
That hit the spot.
You ate the cheese?
You just eat the cheese.
You ate the cheese. You lost. Sorry.
Yeah.
Fucking lost, man.
If this were a Sierra Online adventure game...
The
You
label
did.
says it's called Cat 509 Tails. I don't want to whip anything with this.
Don't want to mess up my blade.
So do I perhaps poop the cheese and then stamp the poop onto the envelope? Perhaps poop is
Pretty
a
much.
fundamental ingredient in
much.
creating wax.
What? Yeah. What if you melt the candle, get the wax, seal the thing, get the deal, push your signet ring?
The fireplace is very sooty and filled with ash.
City.
Great. Now I'm carrying around a handful of black soot.
More
That
black
would just
soot.
make a mess.
In a world of soot,
What?
one man. The math trophy.
I don't want to use it with that. I can't use my application. I can't use my application. I can't use my app. I can't use my app. I can't use my application. I can't use. It's a glass filled with water. I can't use my application with that. I can't use my application with that.
Give me a
I
sec.
can't use my application with that. I can't use my application with that.
Not with that attitude, you
I
can't.
can't
Not
use
with
my
that
application
attitude, you
with
can't.
that.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
I can't use my application with that. I can't use my application with that.
What do we do?
It's black soot from the fire. It's my job application to mucus phlegm. Hope I get it. It's my job application to mucus phlegm. Hope I get it. I can't use my application with that.
You will try.
That would just make a sludgy mess.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
That would make a black sticky mess. If
Oh.
only I had some. It's a glass filled with water.
Black sticky mess, my friend. Mix it up.
What?
Mix it up. Do you have a little something, a
can't
little
push
thing to
that.
mix it in? Mix it in, the little thing.
I'll just pour this out. The glass is now full of black fire. The glass is now full of black ink. There are a couple of old batteries. That will stain it black.
What was the black sticky mess ingredients?
Ketchup?
That will stain it black.
I
I
see
don't want to
some
put the ink into the
ketchup
gas
and
can.
I want to stain it black.
What? Oh.
What was she saying that would make a black sticky mess?
Do we? I mean,
Because that sounds like
I
the
can't
answer.
use my application.
we don't
with
have
that.
any stamps in the whole house. Like, can we?
I thought we had a stamp. Do we not have a stamp?
I feel like
We need to stamp our
It's an
application.
empty bottle of homemade printer ribbon ink. It's an empty bottle of homemade printer ribbon ink. The ink bottle is now filled with homemade printer ink. Better not. That might start a fight. It's my job application to mucus phlegm.
What do I need?
Hope I.
What? Dude, I don't understand even what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm gonna just
We're
use...
supposed to get a stamp to put on the letter, right? So that we
George
can
the
mail the
postman
letter.
will never pick it up without stamps on it.
How do I make
Oh,
this?
George.
Do I go to my computer and ask it to print a stamp?
Not in 1990.
Not without stamps.com, where you
In-
can
in
save time for your
1990
small business.
We went to the post office
I'm done
and
with the
bought
computer
books
for
of
now.
stamps, and then we kept them somewhere obvious so that every time we had to mail a letter, we had stamps.
Yep.
The envelope is addressed.
Keep them in the
Just
junk
needs
drawer.
a stamp.
I mean, we also bought ink to go in our printers, so I don't know what the
Oh,
game
wait.
is trying
Letter
to do.
to my Uncle
but
Chuck. As expected,
Wait.
the post office's poorly programmed auto stamp cancellation machine has failed again. Amateurs.
Use the gasoline can with the...
Better
Amateur.
not. That
I need
might
to use
start
the
a fire.
water on the stamp.
uh,
Oh, shit. I've got so many things all at once. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I didn't even know I had a stamp.
It doesn't work in that.
What?
It's a
okay.
letter to my
steam
Uncle
it. We
Chuck.
gotta
I already
steam
have
it.
it.
Cut it.
Steam.
Steam
I
it?
need to steam it.
The glass is now filled with water.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to light the soot on fire.
Flask of
Light
extreme
soot on
chili
fire?
sauce by Brian H.J. Comes with a warrant.
Double cooked flames?
Still impressive.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so we would, but she won't. Okay, can you put the glass of water in the microwave with
it.
the letter?
Yeah.
I can't use my application with that.
This is the soundtrack from Diablo.
Yeah, right. Close it.
Remember in Diablo 1 when you're playing it, and every 10 minutes it sounded like it was the beginning of Hotel California?
How does that go?
You should probably play it during breaks.
Okay, alright, so that worked.
My letter to Mucus Phlegm is now stamped and ready to mail.
Don't.
What?
Didn't you
Wait, what the hell did... What?
Guys,
steam off the glue?
Am I...
Does the glue remain adhesive?
That's... We shouldn't have been able to...
What?
Like, we're getting too good at this. You're getting
Okay.
too good at this. No one... We shouldn't have been able to do that.
I feel like there is something about stamps and ink that was never presented to me once in my entire life's education.
It's
not like one of those, there's things that are not taught in school that your mom teaches you, but my mom was never like, if you need to get a stamp off a letter, put a glass of water and that letter into the microwave and microwave it until the stamp falls right off.
But I mean, I don't think that would work.
I don't know.
I mean,
How
like, this
exciting.
is
I hope I get the
is
job.
the worst of
5
the
days
sort of-
later at around 5.
classic adventure game problem of
Hiya, Dolores.
it is
I have a letter for you.
Oh,
Good luck. See ya.
Oh,
Dig
this
it?
baby cat.
Dig it.
I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna hold this sweet brown cat. Oh,
Sweet brown cinnamon roll.
the puzzles are
Digging in
the solutions to puzzles are based on like knowledge artifacts that are not actually like knowledge. So like you have to have this idea
Them holes.
that you can undo
Let's hope for a keep
adhesive on letters using steam, like that. You have to have that headspace and then do something that wouldn't actually work in real life but is tangentially related to the sort of concept that you are sharing with the designer. Like that's
I think I want to
that's
open
the
this
part
in
that
my
drives me
room, just in case it's really bad news.
oh, this is the letter that we didn't read.
Oh yeah, okay.
The Chucky baby. What's the bleep is holding up the toy licensing contract? Your brother Franklin said this was a done deal. So I thought I'd write to the big guy himself and get this thing moving forward. My beeping comeback is going to be beeping huge, and making ransom dolls will be like printing beeping money. Beep off. Ransom. Ransom's the clown, right?
I think so, yeah. So actually, I need to.
I don't remember that. Okay.
Yeah, and he made
Wait,
really
but
good.
which one is Chuck? Who's
he made
Chuck?
really good wallets.
Chuck is asshole man.
Dolores, you'll never know if you got the job if you don't open the letter.
Dolores. Dolores!
Give the letter to Chuck.
Uncle Chuck, I have something for you.
What is it, Dolores?
A letter George the postman delivered, recently.
Oh, I've been expecting this.
I hope it's good news.
You'll hear all about it when you take over the pillow factory, Dolores, my dear.
Oh, this cat
Dolores.
is so nice. Sheriff's gotten really thin. I can feel Sheriff's ribs, and that concerns me.
Yeah.
Get some dry food in there.
Do you feed her like at regular times, or do you leave food out for her?
I feed her at regular
Dolores,
times.
open the letter already.
And the worst part is that, like, she's gotten really into bird hunting, which basically means there's a bird feeder on the other side of the sliding glass door in the living room, and she jumps around whenever birds land by there, so she's been burning a lot of weight, so...
Wow. I mean,
Huh.
Feed her more.
can you just not feed her more? Yeah.
Well, I mean, she just doesn't eat as, like, much, so I just hope she's alright,
Oh, really?
you know?
I mean, it sounds like, honestly, if she's working that hard, she should probably be getting more protein in there. And
Yeah,
then
I
she'll
mean,
start
like,
to
I'm
make some
supposed to be
gains.
able to feel the cat's ribs, too, but, like, I just want to make sure because she's my little chunky princess. I want her to be happy.
Honestly, you might
Now
end
that
up with
I'm
a
in my
real
room,
contender.
I'm still so scared to open it. I need to get up my nerve. Come on, Dolores. You can do it.
Fucking open it.
Okay, but if it's a no, that means I'm stuck in Thimbleweed Park and have to... Dolores, open the letter already.
What?
Agreed.
Okay, but if it's a yes... Okay, but...
Oh, I just have to do it
Okay,
4
okay.
times.
I'm opening it.
Yep.
Yes! It's a job offer from Mucus
What?
Phlegm to be a game programmer. I'm so
the
excited.
A's.
Sweet.
Can't wait to tell
Good
Uncle
job.
Chuck. He'll be
You
so
done it.
proud. But first,
Fuck yes.
Oh my god.
You get it.
This is too accurate. Like this is like too. This is wow. I feel attacked. Look at that. Jesus. Jesus.
Oh, do I have control here?
I don't know.
Father. All right.
Why not plush toys?
bye, Dad. I love you.
What?
Goodbye, Dolores.
I got a job offer from Mucus Phlegm.
That's not going to make your Uncle Chuck happy. He really wants you to take over the pillow factory.
Once
Nobody
he sees what I'm
cares.
capable of, he'll be happy for me.
I
Once I
don't
show
know,
him.
Dolores.
Bye, sad dad.
Bye, Dad.
Who's been sitting in a
I
chair
love
for
you.
5 days.
Goodbye, Dolores.
All right. Up and away we go. All right, I'm going all the way up to Uncle Chuck, who's kind of like Uncle Suck. I'm gonna use the double right clicks of infinite speed.
Mr. Chuck.
Give this to Chuck! Oh, what a good baby.
Uncle Chuck! Uncle
Oh,
Chuck!
I love you.
Great news!
Yes,
Goodbye.
Dolores, what is it, my dear future leader of Pillowtronics?
Here. Read this.
Shadow passes over his face.
Oh,
You're
what?
giving up the opportunity to run Pillowtronics to be a game programmer?
Yes, that's what I've always wanted to do. Not run Pillowtronics. I'm leaving on the first bus out of Thimbleweed Park.
Then, Dolores, you are out of my will. You're giving up over $10 million.
JJ.
That's $20 million in 2017 dollars. Just to pick an arbitrary date in the future. You are dead to me.
Dolores broke Uncle Chuck's heart and
Woo!
started programming those murder simulators. Real life murder is the next logical step for her.
Oh,
sweetie.
bullshit.
Stop her before she schemes her way into sweet Uncle Chuck's inheritance.
Sweet Uncle Chuck.
We'll get right on that.
Come back
Who's
and see me
Dolores?
soon,
Where?
sweetie.
Where is she?
Wait, okay,
Ciao.
so... But I don't actually understand the relationship between that story and what's actually happening. Was Chuck the person who was murdered? Who was the person who was murdered?
The person who was murdered is Chuck? Chuck?
Chuck question mark?
Chuck Goose.
We don't know who it is. We don't know who it is. I think that's the big thing. We don't know who it is.
We don't know who it is? We don't know who the
okay.
big...
I thought we did know who
I
it
thought
was.
that the
Okay,
murder
alright.
was like the story at the center.
I think we don't know who the murderer is.
The murderer?
Do we know? I'm pretty sure that Chuck died before the game.
But so Chuck died. Okay, all right. Chuck died, and then somebody else was murdered at the beginning of the game.
I'm gonna ask Chat. Chat, my understanding is that we have no clue who was murdered. That's my understanding. Dusty Mouse says you don't know who was murdered, and Dusty Mouse is proof by one. Proof by Dusty Mouse. 1 out of 1. Dusty Mice agree.
All right, there we go. Great.
Oh, Jesus.
No one is in there.
No one is in there.
I just saw in the chat, there's just someone named Billy Esquire who said something about, and the capital gains, which is, I don't know what it's talking about. But I was realizing that in Washington, D.C., they should have a gym called Capital Gains.
Oh, they definitely should.
Oh my god.
Dear Lord. The old S&D diner.
So much cat hair.
So much. Dude, looking at that neon really makes me happy. I could just stare at that.
I really like it.
I really do too.
I've never been in here.
Damn. Do they have a cup of coffee that'll kill you?
An old cash register.
Welcome to the S&D Diner.
See if they have
Hey, just so you
damn
know,
fine cup
that
of
article in the
coffee.
Thimbleweed Nickel about botulism was a smear job. So, what can I do for you, honey?
Smear job.
I'm a federal agent. Do you know anything about the dead body?
I'm a federal agent. Know anything about the dead body?
Not too much, just scuttlebutt from the morning breakfast crowd. And I don't want to get into trouble, especially with a crazy person like him.
You're not talking about me, are you?
Shut up, Dave.
I'm just gonna
We're
keep
the
pressing in
fans.
the most
You can
vanilla way
trust us.
possible, yeah?
What else do you know?
Yeah.
Okay, honey. But you didn't hear
Vanilla
this from me.
press.
I'd look into that crazy clown that lives out at the old circus. He's been out there since the circus closed down years ago. Never
it
takes his
Ransom?
makeup off. He's got serial killer written all over him. It all happened about 9 or 10 years ago.
Oh God, no!
Oh,
no!
yeah.
Ransom the Joke was the featured act at Stupendous Brothers
Sean,
Circus.
you hate this.
He was about ready to go on stage and meet his well-earned doom.
Big night tonight. Full house after my raunchiest Tonight Show appearance. I really got Johnny good, that little jackwad. It's his own fault for not being able to take a joke. I better get ready to go on stage and insult the crap out of these Thimbleweed idiots. I just need to fix my hair, put on my makeup and clown nose, find my joke book.
So, in a way, I kind of like this setup because there's the world map, which is Thimbleweed Park, and each of these is kind of like your Link to the Past style dungeon. It's like a Zelda dungeon. You go into the adventure dungeon.
I feel like that last flashback didn't advance the story in the way that I wanted.
Not in the goddamn
one won't
slightest. That one sucked for advancing the story. I didn't get a sense of anything. Especially when she said, and well, she's now programming those damn murder games, so she's gonna be a murderer, right? And I was like, what the fuck? Well, let's find out what the to-do list is.
I like that we have a to-do list.
So also I think his clock is wrong.
It says it's like 5:05.
I thought it was 4:05.
Very cozy. My
I kind of like how the
changed
whole
sheets
trailer
today.
shifts as you move around.
Oh, that's cool. That's neat.
Ouch! That's tight, but it'll have to do.
Jesus.
Woo!
Check. Check.
I glued him to the table so no one can steal him.
Uh-oh. Picking up a card.
You have a
It's my
6-foot high
lawyer's business
microwave.
card. Brent Bailiwick JD. Legal problems? We'll screw them for you. I'm in the phone book. It's an IOU. It's an IOU. Ransom the clown lost $1,000 to me, Carney Joe, and I will hold his joke book hostage until I gets paid.
So we need to get $1,000 to get our joke book back, or do something illogical to get the
What
joke
the
book
hell
back.
is this? The number of stars over my makeup mirror. The number of clouds in Carney Joe's shooting gallery squared. The number of kids that Carney Joe has.
What?
We owe Carney Joe, so we have some information on Carney Joe.
Oh,
My circus poster featuring the amazing Ransom the Clown. My hair's all frizzy and I'm not wearing my special Ransom clown makeup. I can't go on like this. Get your together, clown.
Ransom, I'm glad I caught you before you went on stage.
Autographs are $100.
Ransom, I'm your business manager and lawyer. I don't want your autograph.
Okay, 50 then.
I just wanted to let you know that your mistress is waiting at your house in Aspen, and your private jet is being fueled and ready to whisk you there when the show is over. Also, we have a deal worth millions to license a line of toddler Ransom the Clown talking insult dolls.
Did you get the liability clause waived?
Correct. They will assume all liability when the kids grow up to be beepholes.
Good. Toddlers start out as... It's not my fault they end up that way.
Jesus. It's pretty good.
Okay, fine.
True.
25
True to
bucks.
life.
I should have been a dentist.
You.
I love this character. Alright, I think I'm at the edge of the world.
Hey.
Whoa!
Ah,
You guys are real tall.
He's a tall
I'm
man.
pushing him.
Oh, good.
Yes.
you idiot! Why did you push me? Oh! Hey, you owe $5 to my swear jar.
I'll steal your clown nose again, that's what I'll do! I think my steels are broken! I think my steels are broken! I'll steal your clown nose again, that's what I'll do! Ransom, you jerk! I can't get up! I'll steal your clown nose again, that's what I'll do! I think my steels are broken! Ransom, you jerk! I think my steels are broken!
I think I need to do something with him, but I don't know what else.
Ransom is a jerk. I mean, to be fair.
Oh, look, pick up goddamn makeup.
Did they forget to bleep that or something?
No, I think that's a
Now there's the
PG-13 swear.
face I
Oh,
love.
is it?
It's my Ransom the Clown swear jar with $138 in it. My contract states that I'm the only one who's allowed to swear. Anyone else caught swearing has to pay up. I'll just take the big bucks.
Alright, whatever.
Wait, so... Is it... Can we earn $1,000 by pissing off other people until they swear?
Oh, I bet we can.
I bet you.
Bet we can.
Let's pick up the swear jar.
There's nothing in it except the list.
Well, then pick up the list.
New swearing coaches.
Ah, backers.
It's the list of all the who swore here at the circus. I'm the only who can swear. All the rest have. I don't wear hats.
Yes.
Ooh, my cloud fro looks great now.
Alright, so on the to-do list, we need to... Oh, we're flying through. This is so easy, man.
This is so easy being a clown.
Yeah, shoot the pussycat. You got my money, Clowny?
That's Ransom the Clown, asswipe.
Okay, you got my money ransomed, the
Damn.
asswipe clown? 1,000 clams or you're not getting your joke book back.
Clams?
Yeah, serves you right for playing the duckies.
Can we play some kind of a, like, mini game here where we win the joke book back?
I assume... Ah.
So, how's the old ball and chain?
We learned
kids,
facts.
Huh?
My wife's doing fine, no thanks to you. And so are the 12 kids. But they still cries themselves to sleep every night after that scare you gave them.
How many kids do you say you have?
I have 12 kids, why?
Oh, nothing. I have your money.
Oh, so you decided to pay up.
Yeah, here's your money. Now where's my joke book?
Wait, are you messing with me? That's only 138 bucks in interest. Where's the grand you owe me?
Thought you'd settle for less. Beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, yeah? Well, I choose to hang on to your joke book till I gets the full 1,138 bucks. Now, beggar off. Just shoot like a man or a little girl.
Let me give this weird note to him.
No waiting, take it.
He doesn't want it.
Alright, I guess I do need $1,000, I
Shoot
guess?
the bunny.
This is it. This is everything. This is everything. We gotta go now in here. This is the last place we can go to. Is the big top entrance right here. Here we go.
Walk in through the main entrance like a tuna-headed
Fuck.
pleb. I'm Ransom the Clown.
Nope.
I need to make my big. I don't have time to leave the circus. I have to get ready for my act.
I don't have time to leave the circus.
I'll get you, Ransom the Clown. I can't get up. Ransom, you're...
I don't have time to leave the circus. I
Wait,
have to get ready for my...
what? Okay, what do I have to microwave? How do I go after his kids?
What do I have to microwave?
I can't get up.
Yeah, that's all I can think of. That's all we got.
I'm not a wannabe pirate. You'll never get me to climb into one of those. I'm not a wannabe pirate. I can't go on stage without my joke book. I might forget my best lines without... I look marvelous. Ready to knock 'em down. I don't want to pick that. It's my lawyer's business card. Brent Bailiwick JD. It's an IOU. Brent, this goop keeps my clown fro erect.
Okay, what do we... I don't think there's any other places to go. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
Can you interact with the doll or the poster?
Pick up the clown doll.
He's happy where he is, aren't you, little Ransom?
Can you make him talk? He's a talking doll, right?
Let me talk to the... No.
Pull it.
Alright, let me pull him. Pull the doll.
Can't pull that.
Let me pull the poster.
It came off the wall.
Oh, shit.
My circus poster, featuring the amazing Ransom the Clown.
Alright, let me open the...
Let's see if I can remember this combination.
Oh, wait.
Is that combination have to do with the numbers that he was listing off?
Yeah.
The number of stars over my makeup mirror. The number of clouds in Carney Joe's shooting gallery squared. The number of kids that Carney Joe has.
There's 12 kids.
Oh my god, we now know what to do. Oh my god, we stormed through this at a pace that is unprecedented in mostly walking history.
That's true.
2 stars. 2 stars. 2.
It's a bad Yelp review.
If I could give it no stars, I would.
The number of stars over my makeup mirror. The number of clouds in Carney Joe's shooting gallery square.
2,
The
9, 12. 2, 9, 12.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
2, 9, 12. Here we go. We're going. Oh my god. Oh. We're gonna do it.
We're locked safe where I keep all my money. Let's see if I can remember this combination. Okay, now.
Now the question
9.
is...
9.
Do you turn it right 9, or is it
9?
2 plus 9?
I think we
9.
turn it right 7. Because 2 plus 7 is 9. Because it's a safe, so you have to turn it to 2. And then
But you turned it left. Turning it left and right.
No,
goes
you would
plus.
it would either be 9 or 11, and I'm sure it's 9.
Tough.
Alright.
Oh, it's actually
Next
just the straight
time,
numbers.
I'm setting
Okay.
it to 1, 2, 3.
You're being too smart.
It's
9.
exactly $1,138 in
Unmarked bill.
Oh my god, you should go as just a completely neutral outfit. And if anyone asks what you are, you say you're an unmarked bill.
I should
my-
just go as Bill Puns, though, every Halloween.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Like,
so
I'll just
you
be a
decided
ducks.
to pay up.
Yeah, well,
Bill.
not much choice.
Just
Now, where's my joke book?
Yeah, the jokes all suck. So how'd you get to be so famous with jokes like these?
Yeah? What do you know about being funny?
About as much as you do, which is nothing. Now scram, Clowny. You're scaring the customers.
You're scaring the customers.
I do not like clowns. Why would you be a clown? When you could be anything else.
Oh shit, do I have to actually figure out the jokes?
Faces. I'm
Oh,
Ransom
no.
the insult clown. I hope no one gets their feelings hurt easily, and if you do, it's your own fault for not being able to take a joke.
Oh my god!
Why are you guys all obsessed with this Chuck guy?
Yeah, good question.
You guys are obsessed with this Chuck guy. Seriously, I haven't seen brainwashing like this since the Manson family. Blink twice. You want me to get help?
Okay.
All right, you're all
You're all a bunch of inbred freaks. Don't try to deny it, because I've seen the sheriff, the coroner, and the hotel manager. The low IQ, the weird speech patterns, the same ugly face. If that ain't just one weirdo, somebody definitely their sister.
We're learning. We're learning exposition.
Yeah, hey.
There's a tentacle in the background.
Hey, you kid with the creepy wheelchair, stupid mustache, or huge nose?
I mean, the wheelchair one seems a little bit...
Yeah.
It seems completely inappropriate. Let's
Hey,
click that
kid
one.
with a crappy wheelchair.
All right, there you go.
Were you in a past life or something? Seriously, kid, you're in a wheelchair, and you got a face that looks like that? God's definitely punishing you for something.
He's just fucking crying.
He's just crying. Wow.
Hey, you, lady with a huge nose. I say lady, but your beak suggests you're a toucan. You shouldn't have bought tickets for the show tonight, Toots. You should be saving your money for a rhinoplasty.
She's crying, she's sobbing, that's great.
Hey, you, dude with the stupid mustache. You think you look like Magnum P.I.? A 70s porn star called. He wants his mustache back.
I think we
Hey,
insult
you,
to the point
ugly
where
old
we're
lady
done.
with the hairy mole. Or is it your parasitic twin? Whatever it is, I hope you bought a separate ticket. Because if it's big enough to ride the roller coaster by itself, it's not freeloading in my audience.
You will be forever sorry for what you've just said. I curse you to never be able to remove your makeup and to roam these circus grounds until the end of time.
He went on for another 2 hours, insulting everyone he could. Some people laughed because they thought it was funny, but most laughed because they were uncomfortable, and laughing is the best way to hide from the embarrassment of others. But after the show, in his dressing room, there wasn't gonna be any laughter.
Ha! I killed tonight! One of my best shows ever! I hope that ugly old lady with a curse breaks a hip on the way home. Now to get this makeup off, hop on my private jet and go see my mistress Cindy.
Mistress Cindy.
Mistress Cindy in Aspen.
What the?
I know this it's
Makeup
hard.
isn't coming off! You old lady! You up the... You... Come on!
As much as he tried, his makeup wouldn't come off. That old lady wasn't just any old lady. She was Madame Morena, mistress of the dark arts. When she
Madame
curses
Morena?
you, it's not an empty threat. Something
Didn't we
Ransom
see
was
her?
just now finding
Yeah,
out.
she was the person in the... Yeah, she's in the
old
far east of the town.
my lady!
Ransom, I've got some bad news.
What do you want, you bald, greedy little... Can't you see I'm having a problem? Grab a tissue and some rubbing alcohol and help me, you...
Your private jet crashed while trying to land. Your wife found out about your mistress, and she's taking everything you own except the house in Aspen. There was a fire in Aspen, and your house burned to the ground. The toy and doll licensing deal is dead, and they're suing you for breach. And one more thing. I quit.
What?
And go beep yourself.
Oh, beeped in the beep. But doctor, I am Pagliacci.
And that's why Ransom the Clown is such a creep. And you should go arrest him for murder.
That's an interesting story. We'll go check up on him.
But how could he possibly have committed the murder if he can't leave the old circus grounds?
Sean, you don't believe in that hocus pocus, do you? Curses.
I don't know. I feel like I just played a vignette that demonstrated it pretty clearly. Hey,
I am a large cat. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi,
Oh,
You're smelling up.
yes. Oh yes, pretty.
Fascinating. Why is that
Yeah,
so
I don't know why
fascinating?
she's into that, but This is
It's
this
the
is little,
thing.
this is the little silver dragon. This is
Sharife.
beautiful silver cat in the whole world.
Kitty,
Well,
kitty.
I actually really like that. I feel like I understand the emphasis, because I was talking about that earlier. That I have no idea what I'm supposed to be paying attention to and not, and now I'm starting to get the gist. Oh, I go around and talk to people one at a time. They're going to tell me stories, and I'm going to zoom in and solve a little mini story, and then zoom out again. And I'm so thrilled that I have that, because in the first week, all I felt like I was doing was trying to find the boundaries of the world.
Right. Yeah.
And we've met some rough customers here in our characters from the past. You've got
some cuffed rustomers.
Bad clown.
Have we? I feel like we've been introduced to potential suspects in ways that makes me not suspect them at all.
Well, I don't think they're suspects, but they're interesting. I mean, we've got bad Chuck.
Because I feel like we're starting to learn about...
That's true. That's true. There's Chuck. Although Chuck's already dead.
That's true. But you know who usually kills people? People who aren't actually dead, who you think are.
Oh, Bill. Yeah, I mean, at this point... Oh my god, I gotta go to bed. I'm so tired. Yeah, at this point, I kind of feel like... I don't know, I still have very positive feelings about the game. Like, I'm really happy that we've made progress. I don't know what... You know, Sean, I'm sort of curious about what your thoughts are. Despy's also sleeping on my spacebar, which can cause weird things to happen.
Well, okay, so there's a couple of things going on for me. One is I feel like there's an enormous amount of potential here. Like the quality is clearly very high, but it's inconsistent for me. And so there's a lot of promise that I feel like I'm not getting. I end up being dissatisfied with the execution of things. And some of that might be how hard it is leaning on like references and or nostalgia to old adventure games that I don't have particularly nostalgic feelings for. I mean, I didn't play Monkey Island until after I graduated from college. I didn't play Maniac Mansion until we played Maniac Mansion like last year.
Wait, we've never played Maniac Mansion.
Didn't we play some?
We played Day of the Tentacle.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't even know the difference between Maniac Mansion and Day of the Tentacle. So, like a lot of the references and the reliance on like reliving Ron Gilbert's career falls pretty flat for me.
It's like a autobiography, isn't it, or something? Or it's like a victory lap of a game. Kind of.
I feel like there's this huge issue that I don't know what the impact of the in-game jokes are, and I actually think that might be the worst thing in the entire game. Because like I'm not going to turn it off because I'm scared to turn it off because I don't know. I just want what's worked for me.
Like, is it just a game with no jokes then? I don't know. It's weird. And the other thing that's happening for me is that this last week, somebody described this game to me as like a Twin Peaks inspired by Twin Peaks. I don't know that it was like Twin Peaks the adventure game, but inspired by Twin Peaks. And so all of a sudden I'm bringing a lot of baggage to the game based on that comment that somebody made to me that I didn't have the first week.
It's got to be as good as Twin Peaks.
Well, it's got to be as good as Twin Peaks, and it's also there's like I have a lot of fundamental questions about what does an adventure game based on Twin Peaks look like, and I don't think it's this. I like if this is trying to be that, I don't know that it is succeeding, but at the same time I'm not sure that's actually what it's trying to do. I think it's trying to do something else. I'm just not... I guess I'm not 100% clear on what this game is trying to do.
It seems like it maybe could have started with a seed of an idea from the Twin Peaks thing, but it doesn't seem like it's trying to do that. I mean, it is interesting that Thimbleweed Park and Twin Peaks are both same. They're both T and P, and you've definitely got the federal agents. You've got the body in the water.
I mean, there is a
town.
lot. There's a lot of connective tissue between the two things.
But it definitely seems like it's more trying to be like what I think of it as like a sarcastic like take on LucasArts stuff, not really a take on Twin Peaks.
Right, and I'm seeing that a lot more. I guess the sarcastic take on LucasArts also isn't really hitting for me, and I don't know if that's because of the LucasArts part of it or because of the sarcastic part of it, but there's something about that it's just not connecting really strongly for me, and so I'm still trying to find like what is it about this game that I'm gonna be into.
You know, so
it's
Bill, go ahead. Bill,
it's working for me. I can't, I can describe it, but it's working.
Okay.
I would also say, have you guys watched Riverdale?
No, I haven't watched any Riverdale.
It sounds made up.
It's good. So speaking of like weird things that are inspired by things and then do their own thing. So Sean, plot. Riverdale is a series, a drama series. Yeah, it's a drama series of like high school kids. But here's the thing: it's an adaptation of Archie comics.
Whoa, really?
Yes. So it's because Archie comics are set in Riverdale, so it's got all those characters. It's in that world, but it's like Archie noir.
Oh, Noirchie.
Noirchie. And it's like no spoilers. This is all stuff that is in like probably the Netflix description of it, but it's like the town is set in like the Pacific Northwest, just like Twin Peaks. It's a small town, and there's someone who is like dead in the water, basically, just like Twin Peaks. And it's like these they don't like do explicit references, but it is, if you took the craziest stuff and just took it out of Twin Peaks, and then you took the high school stuff from Twin Peaks and made it actually good, and that's what Riverdale's like. So if you watch that while we play this game, and then you add those together and divide it by Twin Peaks, then you'll get some kind of, I don't know what you'll get. You'll get into a weird headspace.
Yeah.
So here's so I will echo Bill's statement of this is working really well for me right now, but it's not that like it's definitely worked and I feel sold on it, but like everything has the beginnings of like, yeah, no, I can totally see this working. Because I think that there's like my present tense feeling is I don't know what the whole structure of the game is.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean is just like, what the fuck do I think in the game? Like, okay, so I'll take Mario 3. I've been thinking a lot about just in games, the way that what is important and what is not important and how progression works in the game, how it tells you that you have succeeded and are going forward, like how that actually feels. So in Mario 3 on the NES, one of the awesomest games ever made, you go to a stage and you beat the stage and you exit it, and then you see that it is done and you see that there is a whole world and you see a castle at the end. Yeah. So immediately you know that, oh, I beat these stages in a sequence until I get to the castle and I beat that. And then when you're done with that, you literally go on to, it says World 2, and you just see what the game is. It is traversing through the world and the outworld, and then going into the levels as the in-game thing. Or Link to the Past. There's the big overworld, and then there's dungeons that are placed, and each dungeon is its own little mini thing. And, you know, when you look at the other adventure games we've played, some of them have really strong signaling as to what the meta structure of progress is. So something like Myst. This room is a puzzle when you enter this room.
Right.
And actually, I'll use Myst as an example. You know that you have all the tools that you need to solve that when you are inside of that. King's Quest VI did not have this. There were 4 islands, and, you know, I'm sort of imagining, like, each island is a wall, and we're pushing the wall out by going back and forth between the islands. And I would say that had a very vague sense of progression, because it was only I solved a puzzle, and I guess that's good now. You know, I never got the feeling of, like, I mentally checked a thing off. But when we're playing Thimbleweed Park, we're zoomed in to that... not Krusty the Clown, Clomzoid.
Ransom.
Ransom. That, Jesus, I got it very close. It was very close. I was almost there. Ransom the Clown, we were filling in the boxes, but it wasn't just like you did a puzzle, you did a puzzle, you did a puzzle. It's like you did a puzzle with the goal of completing the whole sequence, and then we're done. And so what I feel like is consistently an issue in adventure games is me as a player having any sense of what the grand, big, what the fuck I'm trying to do is. I don't know what the end point is. I don't know what the chunked end point is. Like if in King's Quest you played on one island and completed it, and then played on another island and completed it. That's that chunked progression that makes me feel like I'm actually advancing in the game.
Right.
And this game still suffers from absolutely abominable puzzles. And I can't believe I used the word abominable, because as I was about to say it, I just was filled with deep regret, because I knew it was going to sound stupid. Now that I've said it, it just sounds so stupid. But it was absolutely abominable. That was like the fucking you're gonna microwave a letter with a glass of water in there. That sucked. I when I did that, I was like, I guess we're done now. That fucking blew. But that's okay. All games will have their high and lows. As long as I feel like I'm making progress in like this big structure, I feel like it's okay. But like when adventure games are a long sequence of seemingly dumb puzzles, that's where I feel like the biggest grating things happen. And so I'm really intrigued by feeling today like there's a lot of structural things going on. There's going to be the above ground puzzle, there's going to be the below ground puzzle, there's going to be little mini world puzzles, and I'm really curious when this is done to get a sense of how all of that fit together, because it's a great way to scope the bullshit, right? Like you got some Ransom the Clown. There's going to be some puzzles that are bullshit. You got Troila, the wannabe game programmer. I don't remember her name.
Troila.
Dolores was really close. You have Dolores, who's trying to be a game programmer, and there were puzzles in there that was bullshit, but when we were out of it, it was done. And I got a sense of like, whew, we got through it. And if I didn't have that, I would be like going insane. So I am super pleased with the game thus far, because I feel like that high level structure is working very nicely for me. That's my spiel around.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. I mean, like, I am being extremely critical and sort of weirdly critical tonight, and I don't know what that's about. But I part of it I think is that I see an enormous amount of potential here, and I'm really excited to see where that goes. And I'm a little bit frustrated that I don't feel like it's been realized yet.
Yeah.
But I do feel like there's still time for that. Like I have not given up on this game.
So the way that what you're expressing right now sounds to me like how I live every day. So one of my friends who's known me for a long time told me years ago, and I remember this because it guides me. She said that she had a dream about me that lasted for like 2 seconds. And it was me talking to a bunch of people, and we were talking about something, and I just said, but it could be good.
God, no.
That's awesome.
No, I don't want that to be my catchphrase.
It could be good.
But it could be good.
But it could be good.
Bill, it could be good Grainer.
Oh,
I see
Jesus.
BG.
So, since I am falling asleep, I'm going to wrap this puppy up unless you guys got any other comment or
Go regrow some muscle fiber.
Oh, yeah. Guys, I'm Scene Plot.
And I'm Bile Grenire.
And I'm seen uncreatively seen Bouchard.
Best one.
Yeah.
Scene Bouchard.
Bouchard.
Thanks for watching Mostly Walking. We hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm gonna play some Starstone tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye 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 bye.